Have you ever been rejected simply for who you are or what you stand for? What if the moment you were most determined to do good was met with anger, hostility, and closed doors? And what if your response to rejection revealed more about your heart than the rejection itself? As Jesus' ministry moved closer to its climax, the Gospel of Luke tells us that he set his face toward Jerusalem. This phrase is powerful. It means determination, resolve, and obedience. Jesus knew what awaited him there: suffering, betrayal, the cross. Yet he did not hesitate. He did not look for an easier road. He chose the path of sacrifice out of love for humanity. On this journey, Jesus and his disciples passed through Samaria. This detail matters. Jews and Samaritans had a long history of hostility. Centuries of religious disagreement, cultural division, and mutual resentment had built walls higher than geography. To many Jews, Samaritans were outsiders, impure, even enemies. To Samaritans, Jewish travelers heading to Jerusalem represented everything they rejected. Jesus sent messengers ahead to a Samaritan village to prepare a place for him to stay. This was an act of peace. He did not force his way in. He did not arrive unannounced. He reached out first, but the response was rejection. The village refused to welcome him because he was heading toward Jerusalem. It was not just a personal rejection of Jesus as a man. It was a symbolic rejection of what he represented. Their refusal was rooted in long-standing bitterness and identity conflict. They saw him not as a teacher of compassion, but as a representative of the group they opposed. For the disciples, this rejection felt deeply wrong. James and John, often called the sons of thunder, reacted strongly. Their loyalty to Jesus burned with intensity. They asked him a shocking question: "Lord, do you want us to call fire down from heaven to destroy them?" This reaction reveals something very human. When we feel rejected, misunderstood, or disrespected, our instinct is often to defend ourselves aggressively. Sometimes we even justify anger in the name of righteousness. James and John believed they were defending Jesus' honor. They remembered stories from the Old Testament where prophets called down fire as judgment. In their minds, rejection deserved punishment. But Jesus' response changes everything. He rebuked them. Luke's gospel does not record long words here, but the message is unmistakable. Jesus rejected violence, revenge, and forced judgment. He did not scold the Samaritan village. He corrected his own followers. The danger was not just the rejection from outsiders, but the hardness growing inside the hearts of those closest to him. Then Jesus and his disciples simply went to another village. This moment is easy to overlook, but it holds deep spiritual power. Jesus, the Son of God, was rejected, and he chose restraint. He chose mercy over punishment. He chose movement over retaliation. He refused to let rejection define his mission or corrupt his spirit. This passage confronts us with an uncomfortable truth. Following Jesus does not mean we will always be welcomed. Sometimes obedience leads us directly into rejection. Faithfulness does not guarantee approval. Yet Jesus shows us that rejection is not a license for cruelty. The world often teaches us that power proves itself through dominance. Jesus reveals power through self-control. He had the authority to judge, yet he delayed judgment. He had the right to condemn, yet he chose compassion. His mission was not to destroy those who rejected him, but to save even those who misunderstood him. This moment also exposes how easily religious zeal can turn into spiritual pride. James and John were not evil men. They loved Jesus, but their love was mixed with anger and tribal loyalty. They saw the Samaritans as them, not as people still within God's reach. How often do we fall into the same pattern? When someone rejects our beliefs, our values, or our faith, do we respond with patience or with fire? Do we seek understanding, or do we rush to judgment? Do we believe that God needs our anger to defend his truth? Jesus' rebuke reminds us that God's kingdom does not advance through force. It advances through love, truth, and perseverance. The Samaritan village missed an opportunity. They closed their doors to Jesus, but Jesus did not close his heart to them. Later in the gospel story, we see Jesus speak positively about Samaritans, even making one the hero of a famous parable. His love was never limited by rejection. This passage invites us to reflect on our own reactions when we are not welcomed. Rejection can harden us, or it can humble us. It can turn us inward with bitterness, or outward with grace. Jesus teaches us that walking away is sometimes the most faithful response. Not every door will open, not every place will receive the message, and that is not failure, it is part of the journey. There is also a deeper lesson about timing and judgment. Jesus did not deny that judgment exists. He simply refused to execute it prematurely. His first coming was about salvation, not destruction. Judgment would come later, in God's time, not human impatience. In a world filled with division, this teaching is more relevant than ever. Cultural, political, and religious conflicts tempt us to see others as enemies rather than neighbors. We are quick to label, slow to listen, and eager to defend our side. Jesus invites us to a different way. He invites us to carry truth without arrogance, to hold conviction without cruelty, to walk forward even when doors close behind us. The road to Jerusalem was not easy, and rejection did not deter him. His mission was bigger than comfort. His love was deeper than offense. His purpose was stronger than hostility. For those listening today who feel rejected for their faith, their values, or their identity, this story offers comfort. Jesus understands rejection. He experienced it firsthand, and he shows us that rejection does not mean abandonment by God. For those who feel anger rising when others disagree or refuse to listen, this story offers correction. Jesus does not need our fire. He asks for our faithfulness. And for those who may unknowingly be like the Samaritan village, closed off by old wounds and inherited bitterness, this story offers a warning. Sometimes we reject grace not because it is false, but because it challenges our loyalties. Jesus continues his journey, steady and focused. He does not argue. He does not curse. He moves forward, leaving room for hearts to change later. That is the quiet power of Christ. Thank you for watching this video. If this message encouraged you or challenged your perspective, please like the video, follow the Holy Path Insights channel, and share it with someone who may need it today. Your support helps spread messages of faith, reflection, and hope.